Hi, boys and girls. It's Dr. Seuss's birthday again, and as I like to do is read a little bit in celebration of Dr. Seuss and to remind everybody to read every day. Very, very important. Alrighty. Okay, so because it's 2020, I'd like to read a very special passage from the one and only New York Times best-selling book, Bernie Sanders' Our Revolution. There you go. It's appropriate for this particular year at this time. I want to read about what Bernie Sanders has written in his famous best-selling New York Times best-selling book, Our Revolution, about healthcare for all, the most important issue of 2020. He says, Bernie writes, "The goal of a sane and efficient healthcare system is to invest in the provision of healthcare and disease prevention. We should be spending money on doctors, nurses, mental health specialists, dentists, nurse practitioners, social workers, and other personnel who provide real services to people and improve their lives. We should be investing in the research and development of new drugs and technologies that can cure disease and alleviate pain. We should not be wasting hundreds of billions of dollars a year on profiteering, on huge executive compensation packages, and on outrageous administrative costs. The waste and bureaucracy of the current healthcare system is almost unimaginable. Think for a moment about how much time and money is spent in this country as people argue with their insurance companies as to whether or not a particular procedure is covered, and understand that not paying claims is exactly what insurance companies do. Think about the many billions of dollars drug companies spend each year on television advertising telling us what drugs we need to buy, and the amount of money they spend trying to influence doctors to use their particular brand. Think about all the people working in the basements of hospitals throughout the country who are not treating patients or improving their lives, but rather billing them, and in some cases hounding them for back payments they cannot afford. This waste and bureaucracy not only impacts patients and their relationship to insurance companies and hospitals, it is also doing incredible damage to healthcare professionals. Just as patients are affected by our profit-driven system, so are healthcare providers, the doctors, nurses, and trained professionals whose job it is to care for the sick and injured and to prevent disease. The vast majority of healthcare professionals in this country are men and women who sought out healing professions because they wanted to care for people, wanted to make a difference in the lives of their neighbors and their community. These are not people who sought out careers where they would be forced to spend countless hours in front of a computer screen filling out forms or on the phone arguing with insurance companies on behalf of a patient. But that is the demoralizing reality of our current healthcare system as the provision of healthcare in America becomes more and more corporatized, more and more geared toward profit-making. Health care providers today spend less and less time treating their patients and more time justifying what they do and fighting to be paid by the insurance company for the services they render. As a result of this bureaucracy and insurance company interference, too many doctors and other medical professionals are giving up on the profession they love. And that is just a small sample of Bernie Sanders' New York Times bestseller, Our Revolution. And it speaks volumes today in the 2020 presidential election year. And that is why it is so important, boys and girls, to read every day. Read a passage of Bernie Sanders' Our Revolution book every day. And you'll learn something, you'll be educated, you'll be knowledgeable, and you'll be more aware. So, enjoy Dr. Seuss's birthday. I implore you to please read every day. And thank you very much as we say happy birthday to Dr. Seuss. And thank you to Bernie Sanders.